Delilah, shut up. So today we have Princess here. A little lovely girl.
Princess presented to me with a severe limp on her hind limb. We spoke to the owners and they thought that she'd been hit by a car. Came to light that there was a severe injury happening to her hip. Whether or not that was a fracture or a dislocation, we weren't sure. We put her on some pain relief and waited for the sea conditions to improve so that we were able to send her to the main animal hospital that we use, which is Carriacou Animal Hospital.
So this is the story of Princess.
This is the story of Princess.
So here is the plan. We have to pick Princess up from her owners and get her from the main town down to Salty Paws Bay, the most picturesque beach on the island. There we would be collecting another dog called Terra who has a leg problem and needs to go to the animal hospital as well. From here we'll be picked up by a local boat taxi and taken to the incredible miniature island of Mopium, looking like something straight out of Pirates of the Caribbean. We would be swapping the dogs onto another boat and we would have to go back to Mayreau as Carriacou is technically part of Grenada, which we can't visit without going through customs. After a quick clean of the crate, it was time to get Princess down to Salty Paws Bay. She's not too keen about walking, of course, so I picked her up for now. She seems pretty chill. Off we go, girl. Good girl, Princess. But down at Salty Paws Bay, things didn't go to plan. It just so happened there was a shortage of boat fuel in the area that day, so no one on the island had enough fuel to make the journey. There was a tense wait while we tried to figure out if we could still get the dogs to Carriacou Animal Hospital. Just as we were starting to give up hope, one bar owner called a favour from a friend on Carriacou who had fuel and was willing to make the whole trip, so we were back up and running. Kyle, one of our fellow volunteers, was in charge of dog boxing. Good girl. Terra was not fond of being handled by new people, so his owner helped out here.
Are you okay?
Finally, the boat taxi arrived and we boarded the dogs and set them on their way to the animal hospital. And now it was a waiting game to hear news of their safe arrival. We headed back home and got on with some of our daily jobs, which included taking some of our pack of dogs on their morning walks. We all had a great time and we headed back home to wait for news of Princess and Terra as the weather started to take a turn for the worse. Hours passed by as we were anxiously waiting to hear news back from Carriacou.
Hi Catherine, how are you doing? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye.
What's happened?
Terra passed away. They found a massive amount of worms in his lungs, in his liver. Awful. Gotta go tell the owners.
We had a few scares so far in our time on Mayreau, with dogs being hit by cars or poisoned, but Paloma had done everything in her ability to keep every dog alive so far. She was the first ever volunteer to save an island dog from poisoning with her knowledge and quick thinking to administer atropine and charcoal for hours to a very poorly dog called Rover who made a slow but full recovery. we were a bit taken back by the news of Terra. Paloma was tirelessly making long walking trips every day down to see him at Salt Whistle Bay to give him medication, and we'd got to know him very well. Rest in peace, Terra. For now, all we could do was focus on what we could still do to help, and the news was that Princess needed an operation on her hip and would not be able to come back for a few weeks. It was actually 4 weeks until Carriacou Animal Hospital were able to get Princess well enough and the sea conditions good enough for us to get her back. Our job now was to settle Princess back in Mayreau and continue with her rehabilitation.
So today we're going to do some physiotherapy with our lovely Princess here. She requires this twice a day, and it's just getting these muscles moving and those nerves firing again. So what we usually do is we get her standing up, alright sweetheart, and we basically just have to bend at the hip and then straighten it out again. We also need to massage.
Kind of look like you're enjoying that, Princess. Do you think this is painful for her?
Sometimes the bone can kind of grate against each other, which I'm sure doesn't feel like the best thing in the world. But she isn't in severe pain at all. It would just be more uncomfortable than anything. We also have to try and get her to put weight on that foot. So
it's looking very weak, right?
She does like to sit down at this stage. 10 minutes every day, in the morning and the evening, to get those bones going, those muscles building, and starts to actually remember how to walk, because she was spending quite a long time hopping, so it's a lot of relearning.
An important part of Princess's rehabilitation was carrying her down the big hill to the beach for a swim.
Scooby, Scooby, Scooby! Come on. Come on. Have you been in the sea? Have you been in the sea? Yes, you have. Yes, you have. Right.
As part of Princess's road to recovery, hydrotherapy was key in improving her movements and regaining her strength for a full recovery. Hydrotherapy is perfect for cases like hers, where the buoyancy and resistance of the water helps strengthen muscles without putting stress on the joint itself. Princess was certainly quite reluctant to get swimming with us, but she got used to it little by little, and you could see her improving every day. And our resident mermaid stylist was showing her how it's done.
So, how long is the rehab going to take for her?
Next 2 weeks are going to be pretty bad. So she's been in the hospital for 4 weeks, and she's going to be with us for the next 2 weeks, which hopefully by then she'll be able to weight bear and walk on that leg and get her used to walking on that leg. But only time will tell, hey?
Only time will tell.
Princess was an absolute trooper. Even though you could tell she did not want to do her rehab, she never kicked up a fuss, and we were growing strong bonds with her the more time we spent with her. Progress was slower than we would have liked, and 2 weeks of rehab quickly turned into 4 weeks, but it was amazing to see her get stronger and braver each day. And gradually, she was starting to bear weight more naturally on her leg, eventually being able to make it up and down the hill herself, which we were personally very thankful for.
Job on taking her home today. She just tried to run up. Should a girl.
I'm bored of you guys.
Well, anyway, I think it is about time to take her home, right?
Yeah.
So, the kids of the family who own her are always commenting on where's Princess when she's coming back, and today is the day. And I imagine they're going to be super happy to see you, and you're going to be super happy to see them, right? Yeah? No? You don't want to leave us, do you? Can we keep her?
No.
Okay, let's take her back, eh?
So do you think we've fully got rid of her trying to hop on it, not walk on it?
Not fully, so that's going to take quite a while. It's a bit more second nature now, so you can see when she tries to run, she'll lift it up. But it's just a matter of keeping her on the lead, keeping her, reminding her that she needs to put that foot down, because she's quite happily on it. It's just out of habit rather
that's
than...
so much better than what it was, right?
Yeah, exactly. The muscle is really going back. But for now, I think she's doing well.
Hello, Rover. How are you doing today? Probably going to grumble at me in any second. Oh, it's stylish. Everyone's come out to say hi, eh? Bye, princess. It's been nice knowing you. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah.
It's always scary when you send home an ongoing patient, but she's back with her family and they need to learn how to treat her because it's an ongoing thing. So
She really likes her family, right?
And I've told her everything, so it's fine.
Are you sad?
Yeah, although we have plenty of dogs to look after.
We have
so
lots of dogs to look after.
it's nice not to have one extra.
Right, on to the next job, eh?
Dog walks.
She'll be really excited to see us now when we go back on random days,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So that'll be nice.
1 day later.
Morning, guys. How are we doing, Pimpsy? Who's that outside, eh? Who's that outside? Princess, what are you doing back? You don't live here anymore. How did you even get in the garden? You came back, Princess. You came back. If you enjoyed the story of Princess and want to help us make more videos, you can like, comment and share this video, which will help the video get shown to a wider audience.
Does it sound okay? Are you okay?
What is it, Pimps? Pimps? What does that noise mean, Pimps?
It means get out of my bed.
Another day on Dog Island. This chicken now lives in our tree. How you doing, chicken?
What's just happened?
Fell on my bum, didn't I? Oh. I can sing doggo too. What's that sound we hear? Sound of our dogs. Not very happy with us for leaving them in the house. Every day.